If you like this video, please press the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel, and also give it a thumbs up. Naturalism is the philosophical concept that only natural processes are real. At its core, it represents a complete philosophical denial of anything supernatural. This by its very nature excludes God from the picture, at best relegating him to working behind the scenes. It fundamentally excludes anything that would not have happened from an atheistic perspective. It really leaves no place for God, and it turns out that that is the whole purpose behind it. There is a common misunderstanding about the concept of the supernatural. It is equating the supernatural with anything that is unexplained by science. This relegates the idea of the supernatural just as being a result of ignorance, but that is not what is inherent in the word or the concept. The word supernatural essentially means above or beyond nature. This does not mean that it cannot be explained, but rather that the explanation is above or beyond the laws of nature. Naturalists love the idea of supernatural explanations simply being a label for what cannot yet be explained by natural processes because of the keyword yet. Such a simplistic view of the supernatural allows for the possibility that it could be pushed aside by science coming to the rescue and explaining what cannot now be explained. However, if the supernatural is simply seen as an explanation that is above or beyond the standard natural laws, not only does this possibility go away, but it opens up the door to the possibility of supernatural explanations that can be scientifically tested. Those that insist on an absolutely naturalistic approach to science use the God of the gaps type of supernatural as a way of justifying restricting science to naturalistic explanations. They use this approach to insist that supernatural explanations cannot be tested. That is because if your idea of the supernatural is that it simply fills a gap in our knowledge, then by definition it cannot produce testable predictions. By demanding the exclusion of the supernatural from science, it also excludes God from being a possible scientific explanation. In fact, they completely exclude God. Consequently, trying to include him is seen as completely artificial, encouraging the God of the gaps view of the supernatural. Ultimately, this demonstrates why naturalism has to be considered fundamentally atheistic. That is, any effort to include God is completely artificial and unwelcome to the extent of having a naturalism of the gaps. Now, we are attacked even when we can show God as an intelligent designer is the best possible explanation. In conclusion, the simple fact of the matter is that the entire idea of demanding naturalism in science is about keeping God out of the picture. The entire concept of naturalism, by definition, excludes any possibility of supernatural causes such as God. This results in naturalistic explanations being forced on the data, whether or not such an interpretation is even rational, because that is the only option allowed by naturalism. Naturalism may not cause a problem as long as you're actually dealing with natural phenomena, but the moment you step into topics such as origins, it stands in the way of the proper evaluation of the data. By demanding natural explanations, regardless of what the evidence indicates, there can be no other conclusion than that naturalism is 100% atheistic philosophy that is actually a hindrance to scientific research.